The mind is like a restless ocean, always in motion, jumping between thoughts, worries, and fears that often trap us in an internal storm. We feel the pressure of the world around us, and this mental turmoil can cause us to lose control. But there is a way to find calm, even amidst chaos. Stoicism. This ancient philosophy teaches us that true inner peace does not depend on what happens around us, but on how we choose to react. Peace is a daily decision, a constant practice. In a world full of noise, incessant distractions, and stimuli bombarding us at every moment, we are pushed to the edge, living in a continuous state of anxiety and stress. However, Stoicism offers us a way out. It invites us to embrace silence, to acknowledge our emotions without being dominated by them, and to cultivate deep serenity in our lives. It is not about controlling what is outside, but about mastering what is within. In this video, you will discover 10 simple but incredibly powerful ways to calm your mind using Stoic wisdom. These teachings are practical, accessible, and transformative. If you apply them, you can completely change the way you face daily challenges, achieving a tranquility that has always been inside you, just waiting to be revealed. So make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more powerful tips like these. And in the comments, write the keyword, "I choose calm," to reaffirm your commitment to a peaceful mind. As you watch this video, you will feel immediate relief, as if a weight has been lifted from your shoulders. Get ready for a journey that not only calms your mind, but also transforms the way you live. Let's go. 1. Breathe deeply like a Stoic warrior. Conscious breathing is an ancient practice and a powerful tool that connects us to the present, both in body and mind. Imagine yourself on a battlefield, surrounded by turmoil and agitation. The Stoic warrior, in the face of chaos, does not give in to anxiety or fear. Instead, he pauses, takes a deep breath, and reconnects with his essence. This breathing is not just a physical act. It's a ritual of empowerment, a way to refocus our thoughts and emotions. When we breathe deeply, we activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms the body and mind. Each inhale brings in new energy, while each exhale releases what no longer serves us: anxieties, worries, and accumulated tensions. By focusing on our breath, we create an internal space of tranquility. It's as if, by filling our lungs, we absorb not only air, but also the serenity we need to face life's challenges. The practice of conscious breathing teaches us that in moments of crisis, we can always choose calm. When confronted with an obstacle or a stressful situation, instead of reacting impulsively, you can opt to take a step back, close your eyes, and simply breathe. Count to 4 as you inhale, hold your breath for 4 seconds, and then exhale slowly for 8. This simple cycle can transform your perspective, allowing you to see the situation with clarity. By breathing intentionally, we also cultivate self-awareness. We begin to notice not only the thoughts surrounding us, but also the emotions that arise. Recognizing these feelings is the first step to not becoming a prisoner of them. When we allow ourselves to feel, without judgment or resistance, we discover that we can navigate internal storms more effectively. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, remember the power of your breath. Practice this daily, not only in moments of crisis, but as part of your routine. You can dedicate a few minutes upon waking or before going to sleep, creating a sacred space for yourself. Over time, this practice will become second nature, and you will feel more centered and balanced, like a true Stoic warrior. By incorporating this technique into your life, you will not only find the calm you seek, but also strengthen your resilience. Conscious breathing becomes a beacon in the storm, an anchor that keeps us steady even when life's waves try to knock us down. Remember, peace is not outside of you, but within. You have the power to access it whenever you need it. So, breathe deeply, connect with your inner self, and face the world with the confidence of a true Stoic. 2. Silence the noise of the world. We live in an era where we are constantly bombarded by sounds and information. The noise of the streets, loud music, incessant notifications from our phones, and the voices of people around us create a chaotic environment that invades our minds. This constant noise not only distracts us, but also prevents us from hearing what truly matters, our own inner voice. However, Stoicism teaches us that it is possible to find peace amid this whirlwind. Silencing the world's noise does not mean disconnecting completely from society, but rather learning to create spaces of quiet in our lives. Imagine for a moment a serene lake. When there is no wind, the water's surface reflects everything around it with clarity. Such is the mind when we manage to silence external distractions. By seeking moments of quiet, we not only relax, but also strengthen our capacity for reflection and making wise decisions. The practice of silence allows us to dive within ourselves and explore our emotions and thoughts without interference. This introspection is vital for self-knowledge. By distancing ourselves from the noise, we can listen not only to our fears and insecurities, but also to our dreams and aspirations. It is in this space of silence that we find clarity, where the answers we seek are often already within us, waiting to be discovered. The Stoics practiced meditation and retreat in search of moments of reflection. Seneca, for example, believed that it is essential to distance oneself from distractions, to focus on what truly matters. This practice helps us cultivate wisdom and resilience, essential for facing life's challenges. Silencing the world's noise also teaches us the importance of selecting the influences we allow into our lives. What we read, listen to, and watch shapes our perceptions and feelings. By filtering information and seeking content that uplifts us, we contribute to a more peaceful inner environment. This process of selection is an act of self-care that, in the long run, helps maintain serenity. It takes courage to seek silence in a world that values agitation. However, this effort is worth it. By making this practice a habit, we create a refuge in our minds where we can recharge, reflect on our actions, and prepare for what's to come. Over time, silence becomes a powerful ally, a source of strength that helps us maintain calm, even in life's storms. So make a commitment to yourself. Reserve moments in your day to disconnect from the world and silence external voices. Allow yourself to simply be, without rush and without pressure. By listening to your own voice, you will not only find peace, but also become stronger and wiser. Remember that silence is an essential tool on the Stoic journey toward mental clarity and true serenity. 3. Walk slowly as if you were stepping on gold. Walking is more than just moving from one place to another. It's a powerful opportunity to connect with the present. In the fast pace of modern life, we often walk without paying attention to our surroundings, as if we're always rushing toward a destination that never arrives. However, by adopting the practice of walking mindfully, we can transform this everyday gesture into a living meditation. Imagine that each step you take is a step of a warrior, firm and conscious, as if you were stepping on gold. Each foot that touches the ground brings a deep sense of connection with the earth, with the now. By slowing down and focusing on each movement, you begin to notice the small details around you. The sound of the leaves rustling in the wind, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the scent of nature that fills your nostrils. These small things, often ignored, become sources of joy and serenity. This moment of mindfulness creates space for the mind to find relief amidst chaos. When we walk with awareness, our worries and anxieties begin to dissipate. The mind, once filled with turbulent thoughts, finds a natural rhythm that calms the waves of concern. Each step is an affirmation that we are here, present, alive, and in control of our emotions. Additionally, walking slowly allows us to tune into our bodies. We are often so busy that we forget to listen to the signals our bodies send us. By walking with awareness, you become more conscious of the accumulated tensions, of the areas that need relief. This not only calms the mind, but also promotes a sense of physical well-being. You may feel energy flowing through you, restoring harmony between body and mind. Stoic philosophy teaches us that life is made up of moments, and the way we choose to live them determines our inner peace. Walking slowly as if stepping on gold is not just a practice, it's a commitment to your own serenity. It's an invitation to slow down in a world that constantly pushes us to speed up. This practice not only enriches your day, but also transforms your perspective on life. At the end of each mindful walk, you'll realize that you haven't just moved physically, but also advanced emotionally. Every step becomes a step toward calm and clarity. As you return to your routine, carry with you that feeling of connection and tranquility. Let this practice of walking slowly become an anchor in your life whenever you feel the inner storm starting to form. By doing this, you are not only connecting with the present, but also allowing yourself to find the peace that Stoicism so values. Try walking like this on your next stroll. Feel the difference. And remember, true calm comes from within, and you can access it at any time simply by taking a mindful step. 4. Listen to your body. Recognizing the connection between body and mind is essential for finding the serenity we seek. Often, we are so immersed in our thoughts and worries that we ignore the signals our bodies send us. The body is a constant messenger, expressing our emotions and needs in subtle but powerful ways. When we disconnect from this communication, we lose a fundamental part of our mental and emotional health. The truth is, the body is an extension of our mind. When we are anxious or stressed, our muscles tense, our breathing becomes shallow, and often we experience physical pains with no apparent explanation. These signs are not mere coincidences. They are invitations to stop and pay attention to what's really happening inside us. Listening to our bodies requires conscious effort. It means slowing down, stepping back, and being present in the moment. It involves respecting our limitations and needs, allowing ourselves moments of quiet and rest. This is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. By allowing ourselves to stop and breathe deeply, we are actually replenishing our minds and spirits. It is an act of self-care that nourishes our essence. Imagine for a moment, you are rushing from one appointment to another. Your mind is full of worries and deadlines. Life feels like a whirlwind, and you feel like you're always behind. But then, you decide to stop. You sit in silence, close your eyes, and focus on your breathing. You feel the air entering and leaving, the beating of your heart, and slowly, you notice the tension in your muscles dissolving. This simple practice of mindfulness not only calms your mind, but also rebalances your body, creating a space of internal harmony. Each conscious movement is a step toward tranquility. When we move with awareness, whether walking, exercising, or even performing everyday tasks, we bring a state of presence that connects us to the here and now. This not only relieves anxiety, but also strengthens our mental resilience. By listening to and respecting our body's needs, we begin to cultivate an inner calm that allows us to face life's challenges with clarity and serenity. So take time to listen to your body. Ask yourself, how am I feeling? What does my body need right now? By answering these questions, you not only take care of yourself, but also build a solid foundation for your mental health. On the Stoic path, this practice becomes a powerful tool. Every signal your body sends is an opportunity for growth and self-care. When you connect with your body, you discover a new level of awareness that helps you better handle stress and life's pressures. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, remember that true serenity begins by listening to what your body has to say. This could be the key that unlocks your inner peace. 5. Untie the knots of the past. A mind bound to the past becomes a slave to it. Sometimes we live so anchored to our memories that we forget to look forward. What we've done, the choices we've made, and the experiences we've lived shape who we are, but they do not define who we can become. Stoicism teaches us that accepting what has been is fundamental to our growth. This acceptance is not an act of resignation, but a powerful step toward freedom. Untying the knots of the past involves acknowledging our failures and lessons. Think about the situations that still haunt you, the pains and regrets you carry. Each of these moments is a disguised lesson, an invitation to reflect on what we can do differently in the present. Instead of letting these experiences hold us back, we should see them as opportunities for growth. Imagine yourself holding a rope tied in knots. The more you pull, the tighter those knots become, making movement difficult. Now, visualize yourself letting go of that rope. In doing so, you not only release the tension, but also the emotional burden that comes with it. By accepting the past, you allow it to lose its power over you. The present is the only reality we have control over, and letting go of the past is an act of liberation that empowers us to live fully. Remember, Stoicism teaches us the difference between what we can control and what we cannot. The past is a reality we cannot change, but the present is ours. It offers us a blank canvas on which to paint a new future. Every day, we have the chance to rewrite our story. This is one of the greatest beauties of life, the ability to transform pain into wisdom and regret into action. Feel the emotion of setting yourself free. Feel the relief that comes with acceptance. When you stop defining yourself by your failures, you begin to see the possibilities that open before you. Imagine a light life where the weight of the past no longer holds you back. By untying those knots, you create space for new experiences, new lessons, and new connections. Untying the knots of the past is an ongoing process. It requires courage, self-compassion, and a willingness to look within. But the reward is worth every effort. The freedom to live fully in the present and the ability to become the best version of yourself. So let go of what cannot be changed and embrace the journey ahead. Each step you take toward the present is a step toward true inner peace. 6. Let go of the need for control. The relentless pursuit of control can become an emotional prison, feeding our anxiety and creating a constant sense of dissatisfaction. Often, we spend our days trying to shape every aspect of our lives, believing that if we can simply control everything around us, we will be safe. However, this struggle is exhausting and in fact counterproductive. Stoicism teaches us that true peace doesn't lie in our ability to control what is outside of us, but in accepting what we cannot change. Imagine living each day with the pressure of controlling every outcome, every interaction, every decision. This pressure may seem like a form of protection, but in reality, it generates a state of constant alertness, an anxiety that won't leave us in peace. By clinging to the need for control, you become a prisoner of your own expectations and fears. Life, in its essence, is unpredictable and chaotic. Instead of fighting against this reality, why not accept uncertainty as part of what it means to be human? Letting go of the need for control means releasing the weight you carry on your shoulders, allowing yourself to flow with life. When you let go, a sense of relief and lightness takes over. This doesn't mean becoming passive or indifferent. On the contrary, it's about trusting your ability to adapt and face whatever comes your way. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control circumstances, but we can control our reactions to them. That is true freedom. Think of life as a flowing river. Instead of trying to control every twist and obstacle, it is wiser to learn to swim and move with the current. Every challenge that arises is an opportunity to grow and learn. By letting go of the need for control, you become more open to the opportunities and experiences life has to offer. Inner peace is revealed when you accept that some things are simply beyond your control. Free yourself from the rigid expectations you impose on yourself and others. Allow yourself to be surprised. Life is full of surprises, and often what impacts and teaches us the most comes from unexpected situations. When you trust the flow of life, your experiences become richer and more meaningful. You begin to see beauty in imperfections and uncertainties, bringing a new depth to your journey. So take a deep breath and remember, peace is not the absence of challenges, but the presence of a calm mind that accepts each one. By letting go of the need for control, you open yourself to a world of possibilities. And it is in this space of acceptance that you truly begin to live. Embrace uncertainty, trust the process, and discover the freedom that comes from letting go. This is the essence of Stoicism, to live fully in the present, free from the anxiety that stems from control. 7. Practice daily gratitude. A restless mind often gets lost in a sea of dissatisfaction, navigating between the things that are missing in our lives. This endless cycle of comparison and desire only distances us from true happiness. Stoicism teaches us that true wealth lies in valuing what we already have, not in constantly seeking what is out of our reach. Imagine waking up every morning and, before getting out of bed, taking a moment to reflect on what really matters. Think of the small things: the warmth of the sun on your face, the cup of coffee that brings comfort, or even the people you love. When we start cultivating gratitude, we open the doors to a new perspective. Instead of focusing on the gaps, we begin to notice the abundance that surrounds us. Practicing daily gratitude is not just a mental exercise. It's an emotional transformation. By acknowledging the good things that already exist in our lives, we allow calm to settle in our hearts. This helps silence the voices of dissatisfaction echoing in our minds. As a result, every small achievement or moment of joy becomes a precious treasure. Stoics like Seneca and Epictetus understood the importance of this practice. They didn't ignore life's difficulties, but chose to focus on the blessings, even the simplest ones. This conscious choice of gratitude doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means equipping yourself with the emotional strength needed to face them. A powerful exercise to cultivate gratitude is keeping a journal. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be grand. It could be the simplicity of a moment that brought joy. This practice not only reinforces your perception of abundance, but also helps create a more positive and resilient mindset. When we focus on what we have, our mind calms down. Gratitude acts as an antidote to anxiety, allowing us to accept the present without the weight of what we desire. This gives us space to appreciate what really matters, the life we are living right now. So we invite you to join us in this transformative practice. Set aside a few minutes of your day to reflect on your blessings. Let this gratitude infuse your life with joy and satisfaction. Remember, each day is a new opportunity to see the world through the lens of gratitude. By doing so, you not only calm your mind, but also find renewed purpose in your Stoic journey. Gratitude is the key that opens the doors to a fuller and more meaningful life. 8. Simplify your decisions. In a world where we are bombarded with choices at every moment, our mind can easily become overwhelmed. Decisions about what to wear, what to eat, how to spend our time, and even more complex decisions about relationships, careers, and dreams. This avalanche of choices can create a mental whirlwind, leading to a state of paralysis or constant stress. However, Stoicism offers us a powerful solution: simplify our decisions. The first step to this simplification is to focus only on what is within our control. This means recognizing that there are many things we cannot change or influence. Other people's opinions, external circumstances, and unexpected events are beyond our reach. By diverting our mental energy away from these factors, we free up space for what really matters. This practice helps reduce anxiety, as it makes clear that some things simply aren't worth our concern. Imagine for a moment the lightness that comes with the idea that we don't need to decide everything. If we accept that some decisions can be left aside or minimized, we can focus our attention on the areas that truly need it. For example, instead of worrying about what clothes to wear, you can ask yourself, does this outfit reflect who I am and make me feel confident? This shift in perspective reduces the burden of trivial decisions and frees the mind for more significant matters. Moreover, creating routines can be a powerful way to simplify choices. Think of historical figures like the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, who followed a disciplined routine. He knew that small daily decisions, if not organized, could consume his energy and focus. By establishing fixed habits, such as set times to wake up, exercise, and even meditate, you eliminate the need to repeatedly decide on everyday matters. This not only relieves pressure, but also creates a clearer mental space to handle the decisions that really matter. The emotion that comes with this practice is liberating. Imagine waking up and already knowing exactly how your day will unfold, without the burden of heavy decisions at every moment. This creates space for reflection, to connect with your larger goals, and to cultivate inner tranquility. Instead of fighting against the current, you become the captain of your own ship, confidently navigating through the waters of life. Finally, when you simplify your decisions, you also begin to realize the power of choice. Every time you decide not to cling to unnecessary worries, you are actually choosing a state of peace and mental clarity. This Stoic practice of simplification not only promotes a calmer mind, but also brings us closer to a more intentional and meaningful life. Therefore, embrace the idea that less is more. The less you hold on to what you cannot control, the more space you'll have for the decisions that truly matter. Fewer decisions result in more peace. And remember, true Stoic wisdom lies in simplicity, for it is in clarity that we find real strength. 9. Accept the flow of nature. The mind can become a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions when we fight against what we cannot control. In this context, Stoicism offers us a valuable lesson. We are part of a greater whole, and life flows in cycles like the seasons of the year. By accepting that life brings highs and lows, joys and sorrows, we create space for serenity amidst the chaos. Picture the scene. A towering tree sways gently in the wind, its leaves dancing with the breeze. It doesn't fight the storm. Instead, it adapts and strengthens. Just like this tree, we too must learn to adapt to the flow of life. This acceptance is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. It is the understanding that resistance breeds suffering, while acceptance brings peace. By accepting the flow of nature, we become more resilient. The difficulties don't disappear, but our reaction to them changes. Stoicism teaches us that what truly matters is how we respond to circumstances. By ceasing to fight the inevitable, we find freedom. Life goes on, and by embracing this, we open the door to new opportunities. Think of a time when you felt stuck in situations you couldn't change. Instead of being consumed by frustration, try viewing those challenges as part of the journey. Each obstacle can become a lesson, a chance to grow. Stoicism invites us to see life from this perspective, encouraging us to act with courage, even when we don't know what the future holds. Accepting the flow of nature also helps us cultivate gratitude. When we understand that each moment, even the difficult ones, is part of a larger cycle, we begin to appreciate the small joys of daily life. Instead of focusing on what we've lost, we shift our attention to what we have. Gratitude transforms our mindset, allowing us to find beauty in life's imperfections. Moreover, this acceptance teaches us to be more compassionate, both with ourselves and with others. Each of us faces internal battles, and by recognizing that everyone is navigating their own storms, we become more inclined to offer support and understanding. This creates a sense of connection and empathy, essential for emotional well-being. In this video, you'll learn that by embracing the flow of nature and accepting what cannot be changed, your mind will become a more peaceful place. Instead of fighting against the waves of life, you'll learn to surf over them, navigating with grace and confidence. Get ready to discover the freedom that comes from accepting the inevitable and the serenity that emerges when we find our place in the grand scheme of life. This is a journey of transformation, and each step you take toward acceptance is a step toward a fuller, more meaningful life. 10. Practice negative visualization. The Stoics were masters of mentally preparing for life's challenges. One of their most powerful practices is called premeditatio malorum, or negative visualization. Rather than being consumed by fear or anxiety, the Stoics would take time to imagine the adversities they might face. It may sound like an invitation to pessimism, but in reality, it's a strategy for mental fortification. When we practice negative visualization, we're not just imagining what could go wrong, we're preparing for reality. By visualizing possible challenges, we develop an incredible capacity for resilience. For example, imagine you're about to give an important presentation at work. Instead of ignoring what could happen, visualize the possibility of forgetting your words or receiving criticism. This exercise allows you to face those fears head-on, recognizing them and thus reducing their power over you. This practice brings a sense of control because by confronting difficulties in advance, you become less vulnerable to their emotional impact. When a challenge does occur, you're already familiar with the idea. It's like training your mind to remain calm in the midst of a storm. This doesn't mean you should cling to negativity or live in a state of constant alert. Instead, it's a way to prepare, a tool to reduce surprise and pain. Additionally, negative visualization helps us appreciate what we have. When we imagine losing something precious, a relationship, a job, or even our health, we are forced to reflect on its importance in our lives. This practice invites us to live with gratitude and appreciation. With each visualization, a new understanding emerges. The things we often take for granted are, in fact, treasures. In the context of Stoicism, this practice strengthens the mind, allowing us to maintain serenity even in the face of difficulties. When challenges arise, you already have a plan. Your mind is better prepared to act rationally and in control, rather than being dominated by emotion. This skill is essential for a Stoic who seeks to live in harmony with reason. In summary, negative visualization is not about expecting the worst, but about preparing for anything life might throw your way. When you allow yourself to visualize adversities, you turn uncertainty into an opportunity for growth. This practice is a powerful reminder that you have control over your mind and your reactions. By adopting this philosophy, you not only become more resilient, but also discover true emotional freedom. So the next time you feel anxious or overwhelmed, remember the practice of the Stoics. Visualize, prepare, and above all, stay calm. This is the true essence of Stoicism. I want to sincerely congratulate you for making it this far and completing the video. This shows your commitment to improving as a person, and that is simply amazing. Now, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now and join us on this journey of self-knowledge and growth. Stoicism is filled with powerful teachings like the ones we explored today, all applicable to our daily lives. Don't forget to leave a like. It's essential to help this content reach more people. And to let me know that you watched until the end, comment the keyword resilience below. I look forward to seeing your participation in the comments. See you in the next video.